kick this off with this question right now. We're in the music umbrella right now.
Mm-hmm.
I want to ask Jakim Ruler first. Were there any albums that underwhelmed you this year, or any albums that exceeded your expectations?
I don't think no albums like underwhelmed me,
Mm-hmm.
but I will say what exceeded my expectation was the Glorilla album that exceeded my expectation. I
Okay.
knew it was gonna be good. I didn't know she was gonna like go off on some shit or
Yeah.
go off on some, like a on. I didn't know she was gonna go off like that. Um, but also, uh, I think everybody has came out with albums that match
They
they.
vibe.
Oh, as a matter of fact, no, Dom Kennedy just released Class of '95. That exceeded my expectation. I was not
Mm.
expecting Dom Kennedy to go that hard on that album like that, but
Uh,
other than that,
I
that's
haven't
all I
got a
could
chance to
think
listen
of.
to it yet.
It was a good one.
Okay. Okay. Jig, what about you? You got any?
We keeping it a bean.
Yeah. Well,
Um, I, I don't really have a lot of high expectations.
mhm.
Um, if you want to talk about underwhelming as a Rich Homie Quan fan, and I can say that, and I'm one of the people that actually like Rich Homie probably over Thug, and I know I'm in the minority there.
Understandable. Yeah.
I was not impressed with the posthumous release.
Mm.
It
Mm.
had a couple songs on there, but it was disappointing. That Mustard album that came out this year wasn't as good as I thought it should be,
Yeah,
but maybe it
Yeah.
wasn't
yeah,
for me.
Yeah.
it
But
wasn't.
I feel like I'm the target audience of a Mustard album. So
Mm.
uh underwhelming. I mean, to me, a lot of albums weren't as good as I thought that they could be, but nobody really, I would say, is super underwhelming besides those two because I had high expectations for those.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I say for me, I'd probably say like Rod's album, Last Lap. I feel like it wasn't bad, but it wasn't like what I my expectation for it was like I thought he was gonna go even higher than what Nostalgia was. Like
Yeah,
it's
Nostalgia
definitely more.
was a classic.
Yeah. Yeah. That's definitely like his classic right now.
Yeah,
I mean, you can argue the other ones before the Soulfly and the Pray for Love. You can argue those too, but
mm.
I definitely that's my favorite one out of all of them. Nostalgia.
Nostalgia was the classic one, but the other
Yeah.
ones was this one was it was this one was rushed, but it goes
Yeah.
back
Oh,
to
you want to talk about completely underwhelming? Just as I'm
Yeah.
going through my list. Yeah. Let's continue. Childish Gambino project was a little underwhelming.
which one he
Uh,
did two this year. He did the soundtrack and he did
the
like a
the one that had Yoshinoya on it. Now Yoshinoya went hard, where he did
yeah.
Drake, but after that, it's pretty downhill for me.
Uh,
Now I forgot who else I was about to bring up. I just had him up on my list. Dang it!
what y'all think about the Metro and Future albums? Both of them. The We Don't Trust
I
You. We
love them
still
both.
Huh?
the We
So
Don't
I
Trust You.
just cut in. He said about Metro and Future, the two, the We Don't Trust You and We Still Don't Trust You.
The second one I didn't like. The first one I liked.
I like them both.
I
Yeah.
It's
think I
crazy
like them
enough, and
both.
I know me and you got a little bit of different taste, but I'm like, yeah, the second one I might have liked better than the first one,
I'm trying to
but
think which one had Everyday Hustle. That's the one I like the most.
that's the first one.
Okay.
That's the one with
Yeah.
Rick Ross on it.
Yeah.
Because people took Rick Ross being on that like it was a Drake diss, and it was like, nah, he really wasn't even dissing Drake. He just was
Yeah.
on the album. But
Yeah.
but I like the We Still Don't Trust You because again, I know I'm in the minority just based on the opinions that I've heard from my small sample size. But I'm like, no, I
Yeah.
really like that ASAP Rocky song that's on the
I
second
didn't like
album.
I didn't like his verse.
You talking about no. You talking about the song with Cole or
No, the
No,
song
I
with
literally
ASAP.
said the ASAP Rocky song. I like the Cole song too,
you talking about my fault. You talking
but I
about
like that whole second part of the album. I feel like that part should have been on the first album, and it would have all been a smooth. It feel like that was like, oh damn, we didn't put this on. We don't trust you, so let's just throw it at the end. That we still don't trust you.
That's what I was gonna say. The rap part, not the little singing part. The rap part of the album, the second half. That's what I was listening to. That's what I liked.
I
So
like
I was
the
gonna throw that out there.
real
But yeah,
real thing I
I'm
like
right over here.
about
Hold on a
the We
second.
Don't Trust You was the homage he paid to Prodigy, really, like the Mobb Deep, just with their samples, little bits of their samples from their song that he had.
Mobb Deep, which Mobb Deep?
Quiet
What you
Storm
know
was
about what
like
you know
they had
about
a
Mobb
sample of
Deep?
Quiet Storm. They had Quiet Storm in one of the songs as like you could hear it very, very subtle. I forgot which one that was, but
Yeah, I
then
know. I put
he
you
was doing
on.
kind of he was doing like the kind of the speaking skits like that Prodigy and Havoc did on their albums, like
Oh, okay, yeah. I gotta go back to it
yeah.
because I
Oh,
vaguely
now I gotta
remember.
find out what song you talking about.
I listened to so much albums this year, bro. It's not even funny.
No, I
It's
understand.
on the. It's on. We Don't Trust You. The
Yeah, the
song
Yeah,
you
first one was
talking
perfect.
about. It's
He
seen
was
it
he
all.
was he was what
It's
you call it. He was
yep,
using
that's the
he
one.
was using Prodigy's look because Prodigy had like before he went to prison, he just went off on niggas, and it
Hmm.
was like, yeah, this nigga whack. But the one everybody was fucking going crazy about was when he was talking about Joe Budden was whacking. You know what I'm saying? And then, but that was like that was that skit that he used, but he didn't say name none of the names. He just used that little part where he was like, "Yo, these niggas is corny, man," and that's all he used. But they didn't
Yeah.
really get off into the other names that he called down. But other
Yeah.
than that, I mean,
I'm trying to think.
What you call it? That Ty Dolla Sign was underwhelming.
which one was that?
Him and Kanye.
Oh, the Vultures. Yeah, I
I like
mean,
the first one.
I'm trying to think which one I like.
The
I like
second
better.
one was mid though. I don't think I reviewed that one. I
I
like
think
the
I
first one.
no, I didn't like the first one. It's like a few songs I liked off the first one, but the second one I felt like was a little bit better. But no, they
I liked it.
verbally like
I liked it more songs on the first one than I didn't like. The second
yeah,
one I didn't really like the majority of the songs, but the first one it was more likes on it than the second one.
right. I think it was another album. Well, Polo G. I don't know if y'all listened to his
Yeah, I
album
listened to Polo G.
Poet. I didn't for it like for me to be waiting 3 years since that got the name of the one that came out in 2021. It just
Oh, you're talking about the
it
GOAT?
didn't do anything for me. It's like I thought he was going to elevate himself a little bit more because it was
Bro, hip
like
hop has gotten different, dog. It's not this shit done got like it's got to reach start. That's what I feel like.
what do you mean like restart? Like when you say that?
It's gotta find. It's gotta find. It's gotta find that new wave,
Hmm.
that new class of people. Because right now we stuck on the recycled. We're stuck on the people recycling what the the 2020s class then provided. The groundwork that the 2020 well the 2010s the 2010s class we still living off of that wave of the 2010s class now when it
Right.
should be a new
Right.
like okay we got and when I say we I don't mean Florida I just mean we but it just so happens that the nigga from Florida but what's dude name Boss Man you can talk
Yeah.
about his lyrics you could talk about whatever his songs Boss Man D-Lo got a different style and it don't really that's why he hot because he don't sound like nobody else and
When when
that's
people
what
talk
make the
about him,
money.
it's always like I get comparisons. They always get comparisons to the Gucci Man. How Gucci Man was when he first came out when he was doing his tapes and stuff.
Yeah, because Gucci was well I think with Gucci was just consistent and
Mm,
he wasn't taking no breaks.
mm.
He wasn't taking that was Gucci Mane's claim to fame, not taking no breaks. Every month, every whatever, he came out with an album, he came out with a mixtape, something. And so he stayed in people's face and he never left. So that's kind of what it was. The only reason he stopped was because he went to prison, but he still released the music when he went to prison too. But what I'm saying is when you come out and you're different than the rest of these niggas, you're
Mhm.
gonna sell just based off of that. You're gonna sell just based off of I don't sound like these niggas. That's why Griselda popped because they didn't sound like the the modern New York sound, maybe the original New York
It's
sound, but
real.
not the modern
Yeah,
one, the drill. Yeah,
I
that's
got
why they
respect for New
popped.
York, but that's the one thing I hate about y'all is the drill. Like it does not work with y'all.
No, well,
Pop
yeah,
Smoke tried to make
the drill thing is
it.
kind of done though.
Yeah, now that's a good segue to this next question because, of
Okay.
course, Durk he got arrested and they say he might get life due to his homeboy wearing a wire. Y'all feel that? Well, let me say this like this: do y'all see anyone that's like gonna fill that kind of void, like that's gonna change the wave, like make a new wave, like you said, like because the drill, yeah, people are still gonna listen to drill music, but who's gonna like try to change it? Like how Rod was with like his music, they look at it as like trap soul instead of just regular like
Mhm.
R&B mixed with rap. They look at it like you said another day, Mark. You said it was like country. How Nelly tried to do country with rap. He tried to mix that with rap. Do you
But
do you
Rod
see
Wave
any artists that can
executed
do
it.
that? In-
Well, let me say this before you like with the drill shit, right? To be honest with you, Jigsaw, he know more about the he should be more on the drill scene than us because he's like in the Midwest with the
yeah,
because because it's different forms of drill. You know what I'm
right.
saying? You got the drill that Chicago or the Midwest drill, but really it's a Chicago drill, it's a Milwaukee drill, it's a Detroit drill. You know what I'm saying? Then you got like the New York drill. Then you got that New Jersey drill. They got that New Jersey type of sound now too.
Hmm.
Then you got that's kind of it. You know what I'm saying? So everybody kind of got their own little type of drill. But I think the altogether though, maybe in the Midwest it's probably gonna still like pop because it's a
Right.
lot of niggas
Yeah.
out there. But as
Because you
far
got
as on the
the in the
mainstream
Midwest, you
level,
got a lot of babies, you got the Skilla babies, a lot of babies.
yeah.
Uh,
I mean, and you still got what's your boy name? T Grizzly. T
T
Grizzly
Grizzly, yeah,
still
I'm always on.
and
That's one artist I always listen to. You know, I still haven't listened to his recent project because some
it
like
was straight.
20 some songs. I don't know. It's certain artists I just can't
Yeah.
see with 20 songs
No,
because
it
he's
was
a
straight.
great
It was too
storyteller.
much
But
songs, but it was straight.
okay,
Yeah, Mark, what you was gonna say though, Jig?
yeah, what you
No,
got to say
I
to
just,
it?
I'm listening to y'all talk about, drill because I'm like, while I'm here in the Midwest, drill isn't necessarily uh my favorite style of rap. Uh,
Mm-hmm.
so with that being said, like I think the question that he asked, if we go back to the original question of is somebody gonna come and change the culture? No, because I think rap, like kind of going back to what he previously said about rap needing to reset. I think it's even deeper than that in the sense of the culture of rap, the culture of hip hop has to change. You got to have artists in love with the art take over. You got to have more Kendricks versus and not trying to be in the whatever going to that battle, but versus Drake's fans. I won't get into Drake part whatever, but
Yeah,
it's like with Drake's
okay, all
fans
right.
where they
That's what
care
I'm
about
talking
the
about.
numbers, they care about streams, they care about things that
Yep,
are irrelevant
yep,
to who's the best.
yep,
Nobody's asked who sold more between Ether and Takeover. They said which one was better, and that was the debate.
yep.
Nobody asked who sold more between Cannabis and LL Cool J. That wouldn't even have been a comparison. They said who had the better bars.
Who had to
So
say
it's
better
like
bars?
when we're getting back to hip hop and what it's supposed to be and where it's from, you gotta have people fall in love with the art again. Otherwise, you're just
Yep.
gonna have people use it for what it is, and that's capitalism. These people are trying to
Mm-hmm.
get clout. These people are trying to move on and make money. They aren't trying to.
Yeah.
You're gonna have a hard time convincing me a majority of the artists out that are under the age of, let's say, 27 are in the game because they love the game.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah. That's
Yeah,
fact.
Like
now
you
it's
tell me
just
because and I put that age because that's close to your age. You tell me the artists that's around your age or younger or even that you grew up with that you feel like love what they do. They love this art. They're gonna go out and put an album out because this is what I love to do. Not I'm
Uh,
out here trying to make money or I'm trying to get famous or I'm trying to get clout or I'm trying to get out the hood or
it's a it's a few. I think not that many. It's not. I mean,
yeah. I
Corday
ain't
is the
gonna.
first one to pop up in my head. Corday is the first one to pop up in my head. And Baby King, and that's he's part of that Kendrick tree. So I feel like Baby
Baby
King probably
King. I
will
forgot about
have
Baby
a
King.
good tenure. Baby King's gonna have a good tenure. Corday, hopefully with this next album. I when the
I
last
don't
album.
really like Corday. like too much. He's
Yeah. I mean, I'm not mad at people for saying that. Yeah, because a lot of people give comparisons to like Cole. How they say like he's just trying to be a
what?
mini version of Cole. I mean, I get what they're saying, but I'm like lyrically, no, he's not Cole. He hasn't reached that. And the crazy thing, he's always going to him for his production too. And
I don't want to too much.
The fact that they grew up in the same area too. They both were raised in North Carolina too. But
I don't want to too much
it's
get on
not
them, but
the.
it's just.
Go ahead.
No, I said I don't want to.
No, I'll do it.
I don't
I'll
want to
say
get
it.
on them
I'll
like
say
that.
it.
I don't want to do anything like that.
Cordae is not lyrically on the level of a J. Cole. I think everybody would understand that. I think what the comparisons are, but even in these comparisons, it kind of shows you the degradation of what the average hip hop fan is that the subject matters are similar. They're going to rap in this self-reflective, life-reflective, semi-positive style of rap. Like they are. You're going to put it like this: if you're a J. Cole fan, it's easy for you to be a Cordae fan, or vice versa. I can see either what those fan bases overlap because of what they're rapping about. But I can obviously see why somebody would choose to listen to J. Cole if you're somebody that's like, no, I like, schemes and flips and punchline. Like, if you're actually looking for who's the lyrically better rapper, that's like, easily J. Cole. But if you're talking about the subject matter, Cordae's in the ballpark. But he's not. He's absolutely not lyrically.
Now I don't know. I'm
trying to think.
I'm trying to think somebody else. I think Jid is in his 30s. I was about to say Jid, but I think he's in his 30s. I don't know if you really count.
But I think even in the people you name it, I think you're naming people that you think are just good. And I'm like, where's the passion though?
We looking for, the question was who you think is passionate about it as much. But Jid would probably be in the 30s age group. Although Jid is nice. He's nice. I fuck with Jid.
Off top of my head, no, I can't really name those that are passionate about that guy. Yeah, my generation. Yeah,
that's the problem with the game. That's why you got the music coming out that you got.
Yeah,
but this is why everybody saying you got to have your own style. When you have your own style, it kind of makes up for like your lyrical abilities when you have your own style, because now somebody got something. There's always somebody that's gonna, when you got something when a nigga is like copying you, like making fun of you, but like, you know what I'm saying? Not really making fun of you, but mocking you in a way. And they do that shit with your boy right now. So that's kind of why he on top, because he got that. But that's his shit though. You get what I'm saying? So, but we're gonna need to restart, and that was a good point. We're gonna need to restart as far as the culture, like a culture shock. It's just gonna have to go back to talent. It's gonna have to go back to the park, to niggas just playing outside, playing the music outside. But we can't get that no more because this new age is, technology and being seen. Like, you can't even get the girls to dance at clubs no more. So that's kind of like everything has changed, man. So there's no more energy that's going out in that type of direction. And you know what I mean? But that's my take on it.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, that's no. Let me just pinpoint this on that. A lot of this is coming down to, and it's more of a societal thing. And I don't want to get too far outside the music thing. A lot of this is coming down to we're losing shared experiences. Me and Jakim being older, we had 4 shared experiences. You being the age you are, you had some shared experiences. We all had to sit down and watch the same television shows. We all wanted to sit down and watch the same television shows. We had to listen to what our parents were playing in the car. This generation that comes after us, these 20-year-olds, these teenagers, do not. They have earbuds. They have their own phones. They have everything is personalized to them. So you don't have people sharing an experience. You don't have people out trying to hit the same dance to the same song, because we don't all have to like the same things anymore, even in the same household. But that's just really it's a lot. It's a lot to do with that, with people not having these shared experiences. We used to watch the countdowns together. We used to watch 106 in Park together. We used to like
TGIF. I was just telling this young chick at my job. I was like, yo, you don't know what TGIF is? She was like, nah, yo, let me tell you about the feeling TGIF gave you around Halloween. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I had to give her the lineup and shit. And then I was like, then I talked to her. I was like, you don't know. She was like, what's Back That Ass Up? I told her Juvenile coming to St. Pete. And she was like, so I'm like, yeah. She's like, who's Juvenile? You never heard Back That Ass Up? Nah, what's Back That Ass Up? I said, well, how old is your mama? 45? Nah. I'm gonna have to talk to your mama real quick. Call her up real quick. She did a hell of she did not do justice with you, dog. You supposed to know this song. She supposed to be playing this shit, cleaning up the house or something. So
well,
like,
y'all
yeah,
down
you know what I
there,
mean?
y'all down there, so maybe not. Y'all down in the Bible Belt.
The Bible Belt.
The who?
Let me get
The
this
Bible
last
Belt.
question. Yeah. Let me get to this last question.
Yeah.
Are there new albums that y'all are anticipating before this year ends, and like y'all feel like y'all gonna enjoy more than y'all enjoyed like any of these recent albums or the albums that came out this year?
I don't want to be too J. Cole. That's it. I want to hear J. Cole album. I don't want to hear no Kendrick shit. I don't want to hear no Drake shit. I want to hear J. Cole.
Isn't Drake supposed to be dropping too?
I mean, he probably is, but if they all drop it the same day, I'm playing J. Cole first. I'm gonna be honest with you.
And I just to be the complete antithesis to what he's saying. Yeah, no, I don't want to hear shit J. Cole got to say no more. You can keep all your hypocritical ass dope. It's what I would compare J. Cole to in my lifetime is Exhibit.
Okay.
A nigga who has extraordinary rap skills, and I wouldn't put Exhibit on the level of J. Cole. I'm not trying to make that comparison. I'm just talking about at the time that Exhibit was rapping, he was one of the better rappers.
Mm-hmm.
The problem was there was nothing behind it. You cannot, tell people, oh, I'm this, that, and the third, and you're not this, that, and the third out there on the West Coast. There's no streets behind it. There's nothing behind it. A lot of people don't understand that these rappers were certified in the streets. A lot of, like MC8 is a real gang member. DJ Quick is a real gang member. Like all these people, there's a lot of people y'all know that come from the LA, Long Beach, all that area that are real gang members. And they've, transitioned into being successful people and put all that behind them. But it's the point of when you're rapping hard, that's respected. Exhibit, I'm going too far on tangent here. Exhibit didn't have that. So while he could rap well, his lyrics couldn't go but so far where people would want to hear it or would play that to go do, to get into that mindset versus the DMX. I don't know what DMX did. I know he went to jail for real, but his verses are believable. With J. Cole now, to get back to where I tangented from, I don't believe you. I've watched you go, because I've watched your whole career, because I personally had a beef with you when you took a shot at a 13-year-old and you was 21 years old. I thought that was just insane. I'm like, how he skated through that and nobody was on his head. It was insane to me. Like, bro, you beefing with a 13-year-old. Like a real rap beef.
I don't know who this was about.
He beefed with Dickie Simmons. Was talking about how he slept with his sister and all this stuff in a diss song. And I'm just like, bro, you don't get bonus points for telling a 13-year-old that you slept with his sister. We don't respect that.
Yeah, I didn't hear that one. That one's crazy.
But that's my point of J. Cole has consistently given us little clues. The same thing that Kendrick did to Drake, he low-key could do to J. Cole. He could systematically break down how you not like us. How you coming from somebody that don't look like me change the culture in which you are. And the reason why, and I'm about to really get controversial, but I'm just going to be honest. The reason why J. Cole, not you, obviously, John Kim, but the reason why J. Cole and even more so Drake have all these defenders, because that's their by proxy key or access way into the culture. Well, if Drake's in as a biracial, if this one's in as a whatever, then I can be in. It's okay for others to be in when they're in. But these goofies have gotten away with goofy behavior and not gotten checked. And that's a lot. It ain't just J. Cole, Drake, Tekashi. It's a lot of goofies that have not been checked. All these entertainers. I mean, I said that right. Entertainers, podcasters, or streamers. When you talk about the Aiden Rosses, the academics, yo, they should be up out of here. Somebody should have put them. But this is a different era. This is a different era. Athletes were putting hands on reporters. In the era I come up from, you ain't talking about just you think, oh, it's hip hop. No, you say something crazy to somebody's gonna come see you.
Yeah.
Not everybody feels safe to say some shit behind a screen or a keyboard.
Yeah.
I think
I'm not gonna lie. I really I was really laughing, like rolling on the ground laughing when I saw Vic Mensa on Joe Budden and Academic Show. And he was like, I really think you a bitch. I really want to slap the taste out your mouth. Like I was like, I felt like he was really gonna do it. But he was like, no, I'm gonna be professional. But I'm like, yeah, he's definitely
everyday struggle.
I really don't understand that with academics, that he's doing that. You talking about a whole culture that you didn't even grow up in. You have a whole playlist about it. And he's still doing it right now with the Durk thing. That's silly to me. But what were you saying, Jeff? My fault. Go ahead.
Well, no, I was just going to expound on what Jake was saying with the J. Cole shit. Well, not expound, but man, it's different, man. It's different because I don't want to hear him talk no tough shit. When I say I want to hear J. Cole, I just want to hear like, what is he gonna say as far as to get himself up out of this hole? You know what I mean? Do I want to hear him say he the best? No, I don't want to hear that shit no more because you gave up on that. You gave up on that shot. You gave up on that shot.
Yeah.
Do I respect you lyrically still? Hell yeah. Do I think you better than both of them niggas? Yes. That's my opinion. I do think lyrically,
I say
Ben is better than both of them.
I say he's better than Drake. I don't know about
he would have, and what would the battle have been? You get what I'm saying? I think J. Cole was just like, I still gotta go to Cali, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I ride bikes.
You know what I think is underrated by Kendrick? At least, you know, by the people who put J. Cole over him, and you know what I'm saying? Again, I don't know how you personally feel. I believe it's the storytelling aspect. I believe it's the overall creative aspect that Kendrick gets the nod over J. Cole for me. Like, and it's one of my gripes with music, period. If you're gonna put out a lot of tracks on a song or an album, make it a project. If you're putting out an album, make it coherent, make these songs go together. Put skits in here that make these songs transition or whatever. Give me an actual project. Stop just going in the studio, getting whatever songs you think is hot, throwing them on streaming, and calling that an album. Albums used to be projects.
He makes way better music than J. Cole. I was talking about lyrically. You put them, if you let them go.
But I'm saying that when I'm thinking like, hey, how this battle's gonna go, that's when you get into how we got to meet the Grams. And I'm like, if he gets into that element on J. Cole, it goes really sour because he's going to expose J. Cole in a way that a lot of his fans ain't really had to look in the mirror and say, just like you, his fan, you didn't know about the Diggy Simmons shit. That ain't really been put in his face by somebody that's like, hey, nigga, why was you talking crazy to a 13-year-old?
Yeah.
Hey, nigga, why did you diss all these SoundCloud rappers?
Yeah. He probably
why did you feel no, really, nigga, why did you diss all these SoundCloud rappers then back out of the beef with Kendrick? Why you not afraid of Lil Pump the way you afraid of Kendrick?
Yeah.
You didn't have no issue just literally 2 albums ago saying all this crazy shit.
Well,
that's a lot of growth, my nigga.
The Pump shit is a little different, but okay, yeah.
It wasn't just Pump though. It was Pump. It was Yachty. It was a lot of them little niggas.
It was kind of like those, just like
y'all got little in their name too.
Yeah. Which all right, yeah.
I want to flip the umbrella.
That's all I'm saying about it. There's weaknesses in J. Cole's game that are not exposed because nobody's really gone at him. And in respect to J. Cole, to not make it seem like I'm just trying to poo-poo on him, that's also because niggas fear him. There ain't too many Kendricks out here that could say this type of shit to J. Cole and not fear what's coming back at him.
Well, yeah, because
J.
you know
Cole
they
would end
close to.
careers if he lyrically get on people's heads.
And I think that shit would have happened. I feel like I just think with that one, it was just, man, that shit. I like Drake and Kendrick because this one was entertaining. Drake and Cole would have just been niggas would have been sitting there with dictionaries and shit and really like trying to like not that that wouldn't have been entertaining for me, but I wanted to be entertained at this battle. I want to hear some shit where niggas gonna
I
go
mean, I
out
was gonna
and
be one of them. I was gonna be one of
go
them.
that far.
Dictionary, look up some of these words.
It would have, even though them niggas would have been battling, it would have been a respect battle. It would have been like, yeah, like, okay, your albums is whack. But it would have been like, yeah, nigga, I already know you the man, but listen, I'm the man too, and I'm better than you. And it wouldn't have been like that battle would have been. So like him backing out of that shit, just being like, man, y'all niggas go ahead, man. Cause I'm
No,
not
I
coming.
think it would have been. I think there would have been a Euphoria level. Put it like this: Euphoria was Kid Gloves for
Nah,
Kendrick.
Euphoria was one of the hardest tracks in the battle.
But listen to what I just
That's
said
why I
though.
feel too.
Listen to what I just said about it though. Euphoria
Yeah.
was Kid Gloves for Kendrick.
Mm-hmm.
So think about it like this. Think about even what you're saying, and this goes back to what I'm talking about with growing up in the culture and not growing up in the culture. And I know, Jakim, you either have seen or at least got some idea about what I'm talking about. You ever seen a nigga go into a slap box or slap box with somebody, but they slap box differently than the nigga who they about to slap box, meaning that the one nigga's about to throw real slaps and the other nigga's about to like try to pitter patter? You've seen that
Yeah.
happen, right? That's Drake. I mean, that's J. Cole and Kendrick. That's how that shit would have went. They both would have thought it was just slap boxing, and J. Cole was coming here like, "Hey, you know, this is my homie. We thought we shot," and Kendrick would have came with one of them,
with them and
like, "Hey, we still cool, but I'm about to slap the shit out of you." Like, yeah,
you gotta
like this ain't
understand
me.
though, man. Kendrick, that's a whole coast. So it's like he's the man of that coast, bro. You beef with Kendrick, bro. The man just took California and said, "Come here, let's you get what I'm saying?" No, so you gotta think about it like that. If I'm going to do this,
we're going over time.
What do I got? Okay.
Let's go
Well,
to the
last
umbrella.
point.
The
What
other umbrella.
if I do this? What am I gonna gain from this shit? You know what I mean? Do I now, because he can still go to California. He's still cool with anybody out there, but like that shit would have killed a lot of relationships. That shit would have killed a lot of relationships, bro. So I think he did that for this.
And that's why I respect Kendrick in it, because in the battle, in all of his raps, and 616 in LA and Euphoria, he constantly talked about the cost of what this was going to cost him to go through this battle. He talked about, hey, this is gonna be, the crown is heavy. You know what I'm saying? But hey, if y'all not my real friends, it's about to be up. Like, and that's exactly what it went. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's exactly how it went. So that's what I mean about Kendrick versus Cole, in the sense of, I don't even believe J. Cole has the culture to battle a Kendrick, if I'm being honest. It's not, and no disrespect again to his pen. We're not talking lyrics. We're not talking about what you're arguing about who's lyrically better, because to me that's debatable. I'm not here to argue something that legitimately I can understand somebody having that opinion. What I'm saying is that if you're not of the culture, if you don't know that we about to really slap box, you about to get rocked. And then you're going to be offended.
Kendrick has more influence on the culture. I think because Kendrick has influence on the West Coast. The West Coast is like 50% of America, as opposed to J. Cole just really having like a sprinkle of, fans everywhere. You get what I'm saying?
I get it. Yeah, Kendrick definitely had the bigger fan base, just period.
If Kendrick was from like Tennessee, or Texas or something like that, the battle would have went down. It would have just been a good nigga from this place. But the fact that when it comes to California, y'all so like home team. You know what I'm saying? That's really only thing he really needed to do is just start. Oh, Kendrick battling? All right, we with Kendrick. Ain't no niggas is over there talking about Drake, even if they inside deep down in their heart wanted to say Drake is gonna win. They're not gonna come out their mouth and say that like niggas on the East Coast saying, "Oh yeah, yo," you know what I'm saying? Because really, Drake ain't really from this side, but this would have been the side most representing them. You know what I'm saying?
To me, the one thing I will say, and I love about the West Coast in terms of the culture of the West Coast hip hop scene, is it is a lot of unity. It's been a lot of unity because, first of all, it's constantly, how would I put it? Tupac said it on his Machiavelli album on To Live and Die in LA. He's like, we'll fight amongst each other, but I promise you this, we'll burn this bitch down, get us pissed, to live and die in LA. Meaning like, yo, we fight amongst each other enough to know that when an outsider come in, hey bro, what the fuck? Hey, we all know we all warriors. Who the fuck is you? What, you can't disrespect shit over here. You can't even, and that's, you know, I know neither one of y'all are military, but that's how that military shit work. Like, bro, if me and some Navy dudes is here and some Army niggas come in and they start tripping, I'm defending the Navy niggas. However, if I'm out and it's some civilians and it's some people in uniform, I'm team uniform. You know what I'm saying? Now, obviously, I don't look at the police and them like saying the same team, but anybody that's got a DOD, you Department of Defense. Hey, we the same team. I know you might be out stationed somewhere. This may not be where you at. Hey, bro, I got you. We gotta look out for each other. So that's the same thing with California. We didn't have the truce of 9 dudes in terms of LA. We didn't have so much bloodshed amongst ourselves that why would we let outsiders come and pick us apart?
Yeah, so it's gonna be a little stronger unity there.